My name is Carmen Eugenia Conolly. I'm 88 years old. I grew up in the district of Eastern Gundy. Well, I started embroidery and needlework. I didn't do much thatch work, stripping strings, plaiting, turning it into basket, turning it into hats as such, because we grew up making ropes. In them days, Jamaica was buying ropes from Cayman. So my mom did ropes. So we would help her make the rope. You would get 2 shillings and 6 pence for a 25 had them a rope. But I could take it to shop, buy sugar and flour and everything that was needed for breakfast and dinner. So that's what I did first, doing thatch rope. Then I learned to plait, which was what you call 7-string. But 7-string couldn't make a basket, but it could make a little hat or a mosquito brush or a fan to church. My aunt, Mary, and she acted as second mother. She did dressmaking. She had a little dress room where she did her sewing in. So she would always cut her work. And when she finished cut work, the little bits that was left over from sewing, me and my cousin would take them and cut out little dollar dresses. And after we learned to make the dollar dresses, then we went in doing smaller items for ourselves. That's how I learned to sew. I didn't do much more of that until Miss Harrison came here in the 70s, and then she had a class going teaching straw work. So I learned to do a lot from Miss Harrison. I was her top student. Well, I loved embroidery. I really loved embroidery and crochet from beginning. I just loved embroidery. I could take my needle, and I just loved embroidery. But in that time, it wasn't doing pictures. It was just, okay, you would make little runners for the table and little doilies, and they would make and print our little flowers. So I knew all the basics, but I couldn't go any further than that. Then there was an English lady who came here, and she started the class. She had an exhibition at Transnational House. There were 3 things we had to do, and I came top in all 3. I would have dreams of doing things, honestly. I did crochet, and I wanted to do a hat, but I did not know how to start this crochet hat. I looked for books, and I could not find a crochet book with a hat. And one night I had this dream, and the dream said, if you want to start your crochet hat, it's a white center piece that you use on your table, start from the center. And how much stitches it had into the center, all of that I did. And I got up 2 o'clock that night, and I got my crochet needle, and I started my hat. I made several of them. Oh, I did lots of sewing for people. It was a young girl that had 2 children. I did all the uniforms them 2 little children wear. I did all of them. People would come and bring clothes to repair, and I just repair. And I don't charge nothing for repairing. Well, that again, I think, came from my grandmother, Eugenia. And she was a giving person. And watching her and seeing her do these things, I just pick up from what she was doing. My beginning of giving was from her. I was sitting there one day watching the earthquake in Haiti, and when I saw those little children, the tears just came to my eyes. I said, what can I do to help? Soon as I say that, a voice said, you can sew. My heart raced. I said, I can sew. I repeated the words. I called my minister. I said, I want to sew for Haiti children. He said, all right. And everybody said, we will help. From the different churches, put it on the radio. We need cloth to sew for Haiti children. I mean, we did some sewing for Haiti children. Oh my goodness, the plane couldn't take it. We had to send it by ship. That was from the voice that said, you can sew. That's what God can do. I learned myself a lot. Besides taking the classes with straw work and embroidery and other things, I learned a lot on my own. I really was interested in handwork more. Well, maybe I was born to do that, I don't know. and I am really proud of myself. And I've had so many letters, I have pictures. I never thought that I would come to this in the little work that I started life with. I think that the love for handwork after I have retired and get this age, I still don't want to stop. Some people say, but it's time for you to stop. Why, Miss Carmen, why you don't sit down and take it easy? I say, if I sit down, I'm not going to get up. So I'm still doing what I can do. I feel great. I said, never did I think that this little big girl would come to this. I think I come a long way and I learn a lot, but because I had ambition and I wanted to make something of myself, only remembered by what you have done. That's my favorite song of mine. Only remembered by what you have done, and I have done a lot. If I am remembered by what I have done, I won't be forgotten.